asking, are you putting off your financial planning because life is just too busy? Well, today we're going to cut through the noise to help you identify your goals and to stop procrastinating before it costs you peace of mind down the road.
Teachers, you give so much every day. You're shaping lives and you're inspiring the future. But when it comes to your retirement, the path forward can feel uncertain. If you're an educator juggling demands of busy schedules and financial stress, you are not alone. Many teachers worry about outliving their savings, or managing their pension, or ensuring long-term care without burdening their family. With pensions often alone falling short, many educators struggle to bridge the gap between what they need and what they have for a secure retirement. That's where Educators Financial Foresight Weekly comes in. Each week, I'll guide you through clear, actionable steps to understand your pension and spot hidden gaps, build a retirement income strategy tailored to your needs, protect your savings from inflation and unexpected costs, and plan for long-term care and estate needs without burdening your loved ones. Your career has been about making a difference. Tune in every Thursday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern on YouTube and LinkedIn. Let's build a retirement as rewarding as your career.
Welcome to this week's episode of Educators Financial Foresight Weekly, your step-by-step guide to financial peace of mind. I am your host, former educator turned financial planner, Debbie Major, and I thank you for tuning in today on LinkedIn and YouTube. Please be sure to like and subscribe so you never miss an episode. Well, today we're getting clear on your financial goals, because if you don't name it, you can't plan for it. So what are we going to do today? We're going on an important adventure. We're going to get super clear on your goals. This isn't just some feel-good saying. It's actually a core rule for success. Because think about it. If you don't actually say what you're trying to hit, how can you ever figure out how to get there? And if you don't have a clear place you're trying to go, you're kind of just floating around hoping to bump into success instead of actually working toward it. Well, let's start with this question. Do you know exactly what you're saving for? Or are you just saving because you're supposed to? Or some lofty thing out there like my retirement someday, right? Because here's the truth. When we do setting financial goals, we're not just procrastinating, but we're quietly losing time, opportunity, compound growth. Look at this example. A teacher who saves $200 a month starting at age 35 will retire with nearly double the amount compared to one who starts at 45, even if they save the same monthly amount. That is the high cost of procrastination. And educators, we're especially vulnerable because we're so focused on giving to others, we forget to plan for ourselves. So can you relate to that? What goal have you been putting off? Whether it be retirement, paying off your debt, setting up for that dream cabin in the mountains. Let's think about these things. So, what is the way out? Well, it starts with intentionally setting financial goals. You could call it your personal financial map. Because just like you plan a lesson, right, you need a roadmap to guide your money decisions. By setting goals, you're going to get some benefits, like you're going to have clarity and you're going to have direction. You're going to make your financial plan actionable so that you actually can do it. It's going to help you prioritize where your money is being spent, and it will keep you motivated during the hard days. You could also think of goals like, lesson objectives in the sense of we have short-term objectives like our emergency fund, vacation fund for this year. We might have midterm objectives like we've got to pay off a car loan or a student loan. We could also think we've got long-term, right? For a lot of us, it might be retirement, legacy for your children, maybe where you want to retire to. I mean, ultimately, you want to set these goals. It's not really about money, just money. It's about investing in your future self, the person you want to be, living the life you envision, free from financial worry. By clearly defining what you want to achieve financially, you're not just making plans. You're actively shaping the circumstances and opportunities that will define your life down the road. All right, well, here's one way also to help you put some specifics to your financial goals. And I say, draw a big rectangle, on your paper. And then at the top, the first thing you're going to do is write down what your goal is. Like paying off my debt, or paying off the mortgage, or having $1 million for retirement. Put that as your goal, that goal that you have, that specific financial goal. Underneath it, put down the date that you want that goal to be met. So are you thinking 2035, this is when it's going to be met, January 1st. Make it specific. This is when it's going to be met. Right? And then third, think about how are you going to feel when that goal is met? And put that down. I'll be relieved. I'll feel great. I'll have freedom. You want to tie your feelings to what the goals are so that you know that there is a reward for you built in, not just paying it off, but the reward of, you want to be able to participate in that future self of, I know I'll feel freedom. And so I'm going to keep sticking to this goal and making sure that I take care of it. Make sense? There's also a few tools that I can recommend to help you stay on track with your goals. There are apps that you can use. So here's a couple that I found that you may find helpful. The first one is called YNAB, You Need a Budget. It's if you're juggling multiple buckets of things to do, it helps you with that. You need a budget. The second one is called Monarch Money. This has good goal tracking and can give you clear visuals to help you see where you're going and how you're doing. These tools are like planners that we use in the classroom. They give you structure, accountability, and peace of mind. Have you used any of these before? Or do you have an app that is your favorite that you'd like to share with me and that I can share with others? I would love to hear from you. Send me a DM, tell me your experience. You can put it in the comments. Or I'd love to hear from you privately also, through a DM on LinkedIn or through a comment on YouTube. Well, it's time now for Rookie's Quote of the Week. So, let's see what kind of wisdom he'd like to share with us this week. And this week, his quote is from Karen Lamb, and she says, "A year from now, you may wish you had started today." I don't know about you and where you are in life, but we all kind of know as we grow older, time does seem to go faster. And with each passing year, it seems to just fly by even more. So the good thing is I can now say, it's only a year from now. I know I can get this done. I can stick to it. Whereas when I was younger, a year might have seemed a lot longer. But the downside is that, yes, it's only a year. How much can I really get done? I wish I would have started sooner, right? We don't want to say that. So that's why I want you to think about these things. Think about what's realistic and make it something that you can tangibly see that goal and make the idea of, this is what I'm going to need and this is how I'm going to feel, right? All right. If you're saving for a dream, getting out of debt, or finally organizing your financial plan, today is the best day to start. To recap, procrastination may feel harmless, but in personal finance, time really is money. So when you clearly identify your goals, you actually take back control, you reduce your stress, and you make every dollar count. If you want some help Creating that personal financial map, doing your goals, and when to get there, see the link in the show notes. Also, there's a link to my resource page because that's where you'll find more in-depth help to help you get direction and working through the financial courses there. There's one that's in-depth that gives you all the budgeting and the goal setting and all the financial tools that you need. They're at no cost to you. You just sign up and you go through them. So please feel free to head over to the Resource Center. Also, if you want a personal walkthrough or schedule a clarity evaluation, please feel free to DM me, and I'm happy to reach out and talk to you because we want to make sure that you turn your goals into a game plan. Have a great week.